Welcome to HydrogenHype. I'm your host Mike, and today we're talking to women in green hydrogen. Let's hear what they have to say. This is Laura and Marcella from Women in Green Hydrogen. I want to thank you guys for giving a wonderful presentation. I learned a lot. It's very impressive that you've grown to 3,000 members over the course of these last few years. We'll start with Laura. What was the greatest part of the mentorship? You really feel it made a difference. So what was one of those experiences?
Sure, so actually it sounds very easy, but I had to do a presentation, a market study for the COMEX of my clients, let's say, in hydrogen, and my mentor really helped me put myself into the shoes of the decision makers. It really helped me then to conduct my study just to gain confidence, because actually I know how to do it, but just sometimes you're a bit stressed, and to have someone who have more experience than you, just the basics out of the day-to-day business really helped a lot.
Fantastic. I mean, it's definitely always good to have a support team, and you guys are building that support team, and I think every woman in the technology field or all over the world is lucky to have you guys. I guess we'll take it over to Marcello. I originally wanted to ask a little bit about how Women in Green Hydrogen started, but Laura explained that a little bit, and you were actually explaining how you've been traveling. Did you say Portugal as well as Hong Kong?
Well, I started my career in the UK, worked for an American company based in California. After that, I moved to Hong Kong.
Okay.
And then Portugal, you are correct.
Yeah.
And finally France. So generally Western or westernized cultures, but very different.
And I think that's a good point you made, because being part of a multicultural world, it's very important to have those experiences. How have those experiences made you stronger in the field of diversity and inspiring women?
Right. Well, what I have realized more than anything else is that there is now an awareness of what women can bring. When I started my career, I mentioned earlier that it was in financial engineering in London. It was a man's world, but it didn't mean that women weren't welcome. It was just not adapted. So
the times are changing. I mean, you said it. She said it herself. I mean, the field for women and life for women has never been better. You still have to keep up this momentum. Exactly. It's very important.
That's really why I feel these networks are very important. But I also feel that women need to know that what they have today is based on the efforts of previous women, previous generations, previous successes. We weren't allowed to vote not so many generations back.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
Absolutely.
We really should be grateful, and not only us women, but men should be grateful that we have a voice.
Absolutely.
Because we have a lot to bring.
Each culture all over the world has something to learn from each other. I'm glad you had the experience that you did, and thank you for sharing with us today. I have a fun little game I would like to play on my tablet here.
Okay.
Spin the hydrogen wheel trivia. What is the elemental symbol for hydrogen?
H.
That is exactly right. Fantastic job. Here.
Well done.
Right there.